come on, Anna Larkin, tell us briefly in one sentence what it's about.
So like over a year, I would say, like I was having encounters with spiritual spouses, and I would see like black figures, and I couldn't control my body, and it was terrible. And then I was afraid to sleep, and I was afraid to like fear in the room in the darkness, and I lost so much sleep, and I was so afraid.
So for those who don't understand, what's a spiritual spouse? What was your experience?
They were like they were spirits that were harassing me sexually.
Okay, and so you were too afraid to sleep, to turn off, did you turn off the light, or kept it on, or what?
I kept it off, but I would wake up sometimes and just turn on the light and just sit there in fear.
And so how did this affect you during the day? You know, you're not sleeping at night, you're being attacked.
During the day, I would just be fatigued all the time, you know, and it didn't matter how much I slept, I still couldn't be rested, and it was terrible.
And what did you do? Were you a student? What were you doing?
Yeah, so I would go to school and come back home and be exhausted, and at night I'd be exhausted, in the morning I'd be exhausted.
How did this affect your studies?
Well, I just, you know, at school, I would want to sleep, and I would come home and go to sleep, and I just, you know, my schoolwork was thankfully not really affected by it, but, you know, I just,
Did this affect your relationships, your friendships, your family?
Yes, with my family, you know, I'd always be sleeping in, and they wanted to do things, and I couldn't because, you know, or I missed things because I'd be asleep, or trying to make up for sleep.
And did you tell anyone else about this problem in your family?
No, not really.
So you were like, you didn't feel confident that you could talk to your parents or anyone?
Yeah.
Wow. How old are you now?
Well, I'm 14.
You're 14. So, so what happened? You came along to one of the meetings?
Yes, so I got prayer for this many times, and, you know, I thought nothing was happening, but then one day, you know, I realized this was gone.
So you got prayer with the prayer helpers?
Yes.
Do you remember which ones?
I got prayer from Paul and
Paul and Joe?
I believe so, and then Brian and
Ruth?
Eva and her husband. And,
wow.
Yeah.
So a few people prayed for you. Now what's it like to be free of these awful evil spirits?
It's incredible. I sleep completely peacefully. It's like clear and just...
Wow. No more fear?
No more fear.
So you're not dropping off to sleep during the day?
Not anymore.
I don't know, what would you say to another teenager who's having similar problems, being attacked at night, spiritual spouse? What would you say to them?
I would tell them to hold strong against the enemy, and if you resist him long enough, that he will flee, and if you continue to seek God, that he will set you free. So
the Lord owner has put his fire around you permanently. So in the spiritual realm, you're a woman of fire. When the demons look at you, they see you covered in fire.
That's amazing.
So, but walk in holiness. Okay? God loves you.